Brother.
Hello guys, my name is Faith and I'm from FreeSP Radius. Today I'm going to walk you through a beginner step-by-step guide on how to use your MikroTik. From downloading Winbox to logging into your MikroTik for the very first time, getting internet flowing through it, and then, because things don't always go smoothly, we'll cover how to troubleshoot when your internet is not working. By the end of this video, you'll have a fully functional MikroTik router, and more importantly, you'll actually understand what you did. So let's get into it. All right, first things first, we need Winbox. If you don't know what Winbox is, think of it as your remote control for the MikroTik. It's the lightweight little app that lets you configure everything on your router through a nice graphical interface. No need to memorize terminal commands right out of the gate. Open up your browser and search Winbox download. Click on the first search result and the Winbox download page will open. Most modern Windows machines are 64-bit, so in this tutorial I will be using a Windows machine. We will go with version 4.0 since it's the latest and will be compatible with recent MikroTik RouterOS versions. Click here to download. Once downloaded, here is the beautiful thing about Winbox. You don't need to install it. It's what we call a portable application. You literally just double click it and it runs. That's it. No installer, no setup wizard. Before we can log into the MikroTik, we need to physically connect things. Grab an Ethernet cable and plug one end into your computer's Ethernet port. Now, here is where people sometimes get confused. On your MikroTik router, you will see multiple Ethernet ports. They might be labeled 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. For now, plug your computer into any port except port 1. Let's say port 2, 3, 4 and 5. Traditionally, we always use the last port as the management port. For my case, I will use port 5. Why not port 1? Because on most MikroTik routers with a default configuration, port 1 is your one port. That's where your internet comes from. It's expecting to talk to your ISP, not your laptop. So, port 1 equals to internet in from your ISP, and port 2 to 5 is for your local network where your computer connects. I hope we are clear up to there. Now, if your MikroTik has a default configuration, which most new ones do, your computer should automatically get an IP address from the router's dhcp server. Something in the 192.168.88x range. Let us log into our MikroTik. Make sure you have physically connected your LAN cable from MikroTik's port 5 to your PC's Ethernet port. Double click on Winbox to open it up, the one you have just downloaded. Okay, so you see this login window here at neighbors. Your MikroTik will show here. If it doesn't show, try clicking on the refresh button here. And your MikroTik should pop up in the list within a few seconds. You'll see the MAC address and possibly an IP address too. Here is a pro tip for you. Click on the MAC address, not the IP address. Why? Because MAC-based connection works even if your IP configuration is messed up, or when you change it in the configuration, you won't be kicked out. It's more reliable for initial setup. The MAC address is that long string with colons. Once clicked on the MAC address, now look at the login fields. Connect to should have your router's MAC address now. Login, type admin and it should be in lowercase. Password, leave it blank, don't write anything. Older MikroTik routers have no passwords. Though, recent MikroTik mods have a default password. If leaving it blank says invalid password, check behind the MikroTik on the white label. It should have a password. This is to comply with EU regulations where they are abolishing default passwords, and since MikroTik is a Latvian company, they have to comply with it on the new MikroTik procedures. Hit connect, it will load, and we are in. Now, to some troubleshooting on Winbox login or MikroTik accessing, the main problem you will encounter is this error connecting. You try to click on connect and it keeps on saying connecting and later could not connect. This means there is no connection physically from MikroTik to your laptop. It can be any other issue, but your MikroTik is just new and no configuration has been entered, meaning no firewalls blocking any connection. So the most probably cause is there is no physical connection. Check if your MikroTik LED lights on the port you have connected is blinking and so on. You can also confirm if the MAC address is visible in neighbors by clicking refresh. If nothing appears here, it solidifies our theory that your PC is not reaching the MikroTik. First thing you'll probably see is a warning saying no password set or asking you to set one. For now, just close that. We'll deal with the security in a minute. The important thing is you are inside your MikroTik. Another thing is when you click your new terminal, you might be prompted to read some information, i.e. the terms of service from MikroTik. Here, just click letter N. That is to signify you don't want to read it and it should land you directly to the terminal. Something else to note is when you click terminal, it might ask you for a password. If you have changed the password, just log out and log in again. You'll be able to access the terminal without issues, or alternatively, if MikroTik terminal asks you for password, just enter your login details. And since we are doing a beginner tutorial, we will do everything from quickset and we will give MikroTik internet via dhcp. That is automatic and pppoe. So we will start with dhcp, automatic IP from ISP. This is the easiest. Your ISP's router hands out IP addresses automatically. So most of the time your ISP will do his own configuration on the router they came with. Now, you as the owner of the MikroTik, you will take internet via the ports on the ISP's router. Router can be Huawei or Tenda router. So any of the LAN ports and directly connect to your MikroTik. Step 1, make sure your ISP cable is plugged into Ether 1 from one of the LAN ports on your ISP's router. The mode here will be router. The port here will be Ether 1. Address, choose automatic and then click apply. That is it. Your MikroTik should be getting internet. Most of the time, if it's a new MikroTik, it will be already in automatic configuration. As long as you give it internet via port 1, you will get internet without doing any configuration or touching anything. Method 2 is pppoe. Some ISPs use pppoe. You'll know if you have this because your ISP will give you a username and a password. You will use the same procedure. Go to quickset, mode is router, port is Ether 1, and address acquisition is pppoe. Enter pppoe user. For our case, since it's a dummy, we will enter user as test and then password as test. Then click apply. If the details are correct, you will be connected to internet. So, how do you know your MikroTik is actually getting internet? Click new terminal here and type ping 8.8.8.8 and click enter. Your MikroTik will try reaching Google DNS servers, and if it successfully reaches it, the replies will look as shown here. If you get anything else from this, that means your MikroTik doesn't have internet. Now, test if your computer can reach the internet through the MikroTik. On your computer, open a browser and try to visit any website, google.com or whatever. If it loads, congratulations, you've just set up your MikroTik from scratch. Okay, but what if things didn't work? What if you're staring at a screen that says no internet? So here we will go straight to two major issues and we will use the mode automatic. This will give you a bearing on troubleshooting other modes. In your Winbox, click new terminal. If the reply says no, root to host, the most probable cause are the following. First, is the cable actually plugged into port 1? Sounds dumb, but please double check. Second, is there a link light? Look at the physical port on your MikroTik. There should be a little LED lit up. No light means the cable isn't connected properly, or the cable might be bad, or the port is even faulty. Next is when you ping and the results are timeout. As you can see here, it means everything has been connected successfully, but either your ISP doesn't have internet, or 2, there is no connection from your ISP router to their servers. Meaning, check if anything on your ISP side are well connected, or 3, have entered wrong details in your quickset configuration. Please double check. And that's it. You just went from 0 to having a fully functional MikroTik router with internet access. Thank you for watching and happy networking.